How sensitive will this market be to incoming economic data, including payrolls Friday?
Well, economic data is going to be hard to trade off at the moment, just given, like you said, we're in this wait-and-see mode with respect to Omicron. The early indications that came out over the weekend from the chair of the South African Medical Association, definitely positive, but everybody acknowledging there's a lot further to go. And I think for the moment, we're really focused on how markets are trading into year-end. You know, Tom, you said it earlier, people have had a really good year so far, and part of the reason I think we've seen the pullback we've seen is people are just trying to lock in those gains rather than get too greedy into year-end.
Do you readjust for middle or late 2022? Is the sense that you have at RBC that all of your wonderful team recalibrates?
Look, at this stage, we're much more focused on the central banks that were about to hike and therefore maybe put off by the uncertainty, you know, to do an RBNZ, if you will. And I'd put the Bank of England very much in that category, versus other central banks that didn't have any kind of big tightening decisions in the very near-term future. And I think by the time you get to the back half of 2022, things will look very different to how they do today.
I was sort of surprised, Elsa Lignos, a lack of a dollar retreat in the Omicron news of Friday, and to recalibrate with euro 112.89. Can you call a weaker euro?
Look, I think the euro call will very much depend on your Omicron outlook. Typically, euro-dollar has been trading in line with equities for most of this year. So that's to say, when equities were rallying, euro-dollar tended to be higher and vice versa. We saw a break in that on Friday, and I'm really glad that's what we saw, because it makes perfect sense to me. You know, with the ECB very much back of the queue, lockdowns and the impact of COVID already having hurt the euro in recent weeks, it made sense that should rotate to the dollar. I still have a call for euro-dollar lower into next year. I've had that call since the start of the year, not changed it now. But that's very much based on the cyclical strength of the US versus the euro area. And Omicron doesn't change that for me at the moment.